We are live.
We're back. Hope you missed me, everybody.
Hi.
It's good to be back. We are on YouTube live here on a Friday, so if you're not subscribed, make sure you do that. And we haven't done a show in 2 weeks, so it's good to be back. We've got a lot to discuss here,
Yeah, exactly. Lots to be had.
which makes me think I may not even have time to get into my great Bahamas trip. So much gossip. You know, when I go away, there's a lot of salacious details.
Yeah, like what happened at the airport, all that stuff.
I'm realizing, by the way, Carl starts WATS by jokingly saying, like, we do banter and then cutting me off. And it just dawned on me before we started the show. I think he's making fun of me because that is how I start shows.
Maybe, yeah.
I was like, oh, he's making fun of hacks that do things like that. And then now it's dawning on me. So fuck that clubfoot asshole. Huh?
Yeah, fuck him.
You want a war, pal? I'm Team Zumak. I can talk about him.
Oh, what's the? He's not allowed to talk about him now.
He was getting a ton. I don't understand why he was getting so much shit for this, but they did a thing. They said for 2 weeks we're not talking about Zumak because it's going to drive him crazy. We're not going to give him attention. He's kind of starting to get success. Success is probably too broad a word, but you know, some people are paying attention to him, shitting on them. So Carl and a couple other guys were just like, yeah, we're not going to talk about him for 2 weeks. And the at least the people on Reddit were like, fuck you. And I couldn't understand it. I was like, why? That's not even that long a time.
That is.
I didn't talk about anything for 2 weeks. I was gone.
I don't know why he's getting more attention, positive attention, after blatantly lying, making me look like an idiot.
Yeah, I don't know. Speaking of looking like an idiot, by the way, did you see Chaps tweeted a little while ago?
So I saw the tweet, but I don't know what happened.
Neither do I really. I'm sure. I believe I'm in on KMS on Tuesday, and I'm sure it'll be discussed. But my basic understanding of it, as of right now, is that Ben Albright he owes his ex-girlfriend, he owes his current girlfriend like $40,000 because they bought a house together and she spotted him essentially. But he went on a tweet storm about how he was texting or sexting his ex-girlfriend. I don't know. I don't quite understand it yet. I'm sure people in the chat know a hell of a lot more than me. But I saw like Big Cat going at him and shit on Twitter, and then Chaps tweets like I've never been more wrong than I ever about anything than I was about Ben Albright. So any hashtag Kirk was right. So
yeah, that'd be fun.
And listen, he's the only one that looks like an idiot from something he said 4 years ago involving Kirk. The only person. I don't care how much audio that Shane Weasel doctors. I assume you saw that clip as well.
Yeah, the 300 seats, maybe.
That's wild to go back and listen to, because it's such a dumb statement by me. Because if you just simply do a little quick math and say, all right, how many people listen to this show? Okay, now if half of 1% of the audience buys a ticket, there's your sold out show. But in there, it's weird because I'm saying, I go, 300 seats is a lot of people. For some reason, I was thinking like, oh, well, it's the first live show. You got to work your way. You got to make your bones, kid. You got to do a few open mics first. I don't know why I was thinking like that.
You don't think doing a show where he was number one for years?
Yeah, right. That didn't factor into my decision making.
Right.
I was like, no. You got to, you got to scrape your knees at the bottom of the barrel first.
Right.
So I sounded like a fool as well, Chaps. But I will say it's probably a little different when the thing you were wrong about was trying to get people fired. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, Roscoe wants to know, Mike, do you think 25 people will be at the Plymouth show?
You know what? He's proven. I'm coming around. I think that one might sell out if it hasn't already.
It might do well, that one.
I think that one sold out in what, 10 minutes or something?
Yeah, if that.
Yeah. So, but if you look at the clip, still haven't played a Buffalo Wild Wing, so it remains to be seen. Who knows?
That'd be great if that was where everyone's like, "I want to go see a
That's
show."
the one sticking point. They're like,
But
nah.
I can't step foot in a Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right. Where should we start today? We have a lot I want to get to. I really want to get to the Alec Baldwin thing. Alec Baldwin has made a triumphant return.
Mm.
We got Ojeda. We got Brendan Schaub. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm glad I went through that because we have to start with the Anthony versus Bill Burr stuff, I guess, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So we don't have any audio to play for that because it was kind of it was too long a rant by Anthony to really clip. He's kind of in and out telling the story. But basically, the Patrice O'Neill benefit was the other night, right?
Yep.
And Anthony Cumia is no longer allowed there, which is a little odd considering that Patrice is kind of defined by the Opie and Anthony show. Like that's what people know him from, is going on that show and his legendary appearances. So that's a little weird in the first place that they're not allowed in that Anthony's not allowed in the building. But there's personal gripes or whatever. The one thing I don't know is what has Anthony said about Bill Burr's wife that got Bill this angry at him?
I believe from what I've gathered,
Yeah.
it was the O&A subreddit, and he's blaming Anthony for that.
Really?
That's what I've gathered. I went through.
That doesn't seem like a Burr. That seems like everything Bill Burr is against, to trust the internet.
Right, but I think it goes from there to Anthony's current shit that he does.
Yeah. Well, for sure. I knew there was my basic understanding was that the Mrs. Burr, Nia Burr, not a big Anthony fan, and didn't like what he said when he got fired, and basically thinks he's a racist. And Bill and Anthony had to sit down at some point where Bill Burr said, "I can't work with you professionally anymore." And when I've heard Anthony talk about it, you could tell he was very surprised by that, just considering how much the Opie and Anthony show did for Bill Burr as well.
Mm-hmm.
We just did a bonus episode of Why You Laughing on the Patreon, if you want to check it out, about Bill Burr's Philly rant, which was at an Opie and Anthony show. And that kind of launched or helped launch Bill's career. So I guess any appreciation for that is lost. But then the night after the Patrice O'Neill benefit, Amy Schumer and Bill Burr were at the Comedy Cellar. And Club Soda Kenny,
it was the night after the thing. Norton had just done an hour, I forget where.
Right.
It was like across the street.
Village Underground or something.
Yeah.
So Club Soda Kenny, who was Opie and Anthony's security guard for many years, he now works for both Burr and Amy Schumer. So my basic understanding of this story is that Anthony saw Bill Burr and has been told by Bob Kelly, just bury the Burr thing. Like I guess Bobby doesn't like that those guys are fighting, and said, just bury the hatchet with the guy.
Right.
And Anthony described it as having that kind of ringing through his head, and seeing Bill and going up to Bill and saying hello, and Bill responding, "Dude, what the fuck are you talking to me for? Everything you said about my wife?" Now, this is where the story gets a little muddy, because then Anthony throws in his telling of the story that he was drunk. So that's where I wonder, did he walk up and say, "Hello, William, would you like to have a chat with me?" Or was it a little more, was there more to it?
Well, listening to Cumia forever,
Yeah.
he does not like confrontation, so I can't see that happening.
I do agree with that. Yeah. And I don't know Bill Burr as a person, so I don't know if he's the type of guy that would go into that with open mind, especially if it involves his wife or whatever.
I think if a picture surfaced of the two of them next to each other, it wouldn't be well at home afterwards.
Oh yeah, I guess, but even that's strange, especially when you're a guy like Bill Burr with his material about women and relationships and shit. It's weird if you're also a guy that if someone takes a picture of you standing next to Anthony Cumia, you have to sleep on the couch, you know?
Yeah, no, I was being a little sarcastic there, but still.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, that shouldn't have as much of an effect on it as it seems to.
Yeah, but this has been like at least 8 years worth of
So,
stuff.
anyways, where it gets a little juicy is when Burr tells Anthony to go fuck himself. Club Soda Kenny gets in between them, chest bumps Anthony, and doesn't say like, "Hey, you might want to leave," whatever. Says, "Go," kicks him out of the Comedy Cellar.
He said
That's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, he just kept repeating "go, go" until he got out of the building.
That's crazy for a guy that you've known for probably 20 years now.
Yeah, at least
close to not even have a conversation with you. That's pretty crazy. And that's kind of just how crazy like politics have gotten. And a lot of that's Anthony's fault. Go look at Anthony's Twitter. You know, he doesn't do himself any favors.
He's not doing himself any favors on that platform.
No, yeah, and he has certainly doubled down over the years with, you know, whether it's just PC language or race, you know, thoughts on race and shit like that. Whether or not he's actually a racist, he's definitely doubled down on the shit he says and feels he should get away with saying.
Right.
Which, you know, I think you should get away with saying whatever the fuck you want, but it does affect how people think of you. You can't be totally shocked when someone doesn't want to interact with you because of the. I look so much more favorably on Joe DeRosa years later.
I know
the beef that DeRosa had with Anthony.
I know it was before it was cool too.
Yeah, I mean, we'll do a Patreon episode about that at some point, but. Yeah, very weird. We won't talk about it for too long because I don't have any audio to play of it or anything. But it was a very weird situation where they have, you know, I guess honoring Patrice's memory is now having comedians that he never met on and banning people he liked.
Yeah, it's comedians that he would probably not get along with on the show.
Yeah, I know Gillis was there. I think Norton was there.
I think
those
he
were
would
the only names I saw.
I think he would like Shane.
Probably.
Yeah. Nothing about Joe DeRosa is cool.
Who said
that? Roscoe.
I think if he puts out the hour that I saw when he was here last year, I think if he puts that out, that'll be the best special of the year. I think it's great the shit that he's doing now.
Yeah, well, I watched Big J's special and I fell asleep like 20 minutes into Kyle Kinane's special. Nothing against the material, it was just late when I.
Oh, I thought they were both good. I thought Big J's was better.
Big J's was. I thought the second half was awesome.
Yeah,
the first half was kind of crawling.
I liked it all the way through, but yeah, I said it got better as it went along, and I thought Louis' special that came out last week was probably the best of the year so far.
I haven't seen that one yet.
You can get all of my thoughts on this on patreon.com/blindmike, where I've been writing reviews feverishly since I've been back.
I noticed.
And I don't even know if people like them or not, but I've been writing them.
While you were gone, every notification I got from the Patreon, I thought I did something wrong. I was like, "What? Why is this posting?"
Yeah, check that out on Patreon if you'd like, where you can back the show with a few bucks, or if you'd rather just support the show for free, you can do that. All the free links are there as well on blindmike.net. Apple, Spotify, YouTube. If you're watching live right now, subscribe on YouTube. We should be over 2,000 followers. Hey, let's get to 2,000 by the end of the show. Huh? What do you say? If you're not subscribed, subscribe right now.
Come on, we're almost there. I think we're like 20 away or something.
I think that's a reason that people hate that Aaron from Steel Toe.
Why? Oh, why is that?
I don't know. I guess he does stuff. I have no real opinion on the guy. I've seen a couple things he's done that I've liked, and I see a lot of hate for him on the internet for some reason.
Yeah.
But I guess one of the complaints that I saw about him was like he they call it like begging for I don't know, subscriptions or something, where like he won't get off the air until they meet a certain number of what do you call it, like super chats.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, it's an odd look to be like, hey, come on, give me money, but it's also like you don't have to, you know, you just stop watching. It's not like he's really never going to end the show.
Yeah, the steel toe, all that stuff. Aside from the Zumak, oh, someone in the chat said Burr's gonna have a black eye. Cumia's fans are nuts.
Oh, that's true. Watch out, Billy.
I forget who said that, but it was earlier. The steel toe, that whole thing. I was just like, this is just something I am not gonna even look at.
Yeah, I don't get it. What's weird to me about it, and listen, you could probably watch today's episode, like when we talk about Richard Ojeda or Opie later, and say that like I'm ripping off Carl in a way. You know, it's the similar genre of podcasting. But it's weird when you see people do exactly what Carl's doing, and by that I don't even mean the format of the show. I mean literally focus on the same three people that Carl focuses on. That's a little weird. You know what I mean? Like when you focus on Stuttering John because you see it's getting a lot of a lot of play, and then you pivot to Chad Zumock the same week that Carl does it. You know, that type of shit is where I think people are like, "Oh, well, fuck you," you know?
Right.
Carl's very magnanimous about it though. I'll give him that.
That's why we got Ojeda. It's like the family, but not the same.
Exactly. Yes, we're very different, guys. We're original.
We did Stuttering John before he became the Stuttering John everyone likes to beat on.
Right. We got Stuttering John's sidekick to push around.
Principled Uncertainty says, I defy you to watch a whole show of Steel Toe and not check your wallet.
I like that. Like, it just disappears. You're like, oh, fuck. What happened?
Jesus. You look up, he's on the screen counting your money and looking at your
guy's
ID.
Good. I like that angle of like, no, Mike, you don't understand. Like, he's literally robbing us.
Just got here. Did you guys discuss the biggest oof in WATP history?
Oh, what's that? Tell me.
I have no idea.
Oh, well, yeah, it's probably what we were just talking about. People are so mad at that. The Tampa Papers, they called it.
I don't know what that is either. I saw the
well, it's what I mentioned earlier, but it's Cardiff Electric.
Yeah.
Carl and Aaron from Steel Toe have agreed not to talk about Chad Zumock for 2 weeks. I don't understand why people, sir, in the chat, whoever that was, and I'm not saying this confrontationally. Please let me know because I'm happy to talk about it. I just don't understand why people are so angry about it.
Probably because they want to hear it.
Well,
let's
sit and wait. Let's just sit and wait for that guy to respond, and we'll answer.
We should have talked about Zumock for the next 2 weeks. Is what we should have done.
Guys, buckle up. This is going to be Zumock Central.
Which reminds me of this next clip.
Which one were you referring to?
I was just going to pull up a Zumock clip that I had.
Just anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why people are so bugged about it. So let me know in the chat if you want to do that. And I would say super chat us, but you can't.
I'm in the middle of speaking.
Is that right?
I think it was a robot that responded to me, but I did get something. But
I figured maybe if I leave the country for 2 weeks, it'll be done by the time I'm back.
Yeah, you wish, buddy. Everything I'm touching involving YouTube, aside from this channel itself, is kapoof right now.
Jesus.
VGS has got a month, I think, left, and Jerry's got like 3 weeks left.
What's happening with VGS?
Matt joined a band, so it's been me and Tim. We did a deep dive into we do a conspiracy show once a month on the Patreon.
Okay.
They're actually pretty fun, and McFuss Daddy gives us a topic and we have to deep dive in and see if we believe it, basically.
What a world.
Yeah, and we We did the pyramids, which was a fun episode, I thought.
Okay.
Fun episode.
So you're gonna keep doing it though?
Yeah, we do it once a month. This is like the 5th time we've done it.
Oh no, but what I'm very good show. Is that gonna still exist?
Oh yeah, Matt's band's just recording. They're like, I don't know how much they're spending on fucking studio, so they have to do
I
it.
assumed he was going on a world tour, and that's why he was leaving it.
No, I wish that'd actually be great. Although
He's the front man, I presume.
no, he started as guitar and now I think he's bass. I think he's getting demoted slowly.
Interesting.
Yeah. Tell them. Oh yeah, I have to make a grinder on Monday because I lost Jeopardy last week.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. See how that goes.
Are you going to do like erotic George Costanza shots or?
So me and Tim both have to do it because Matt won Jeopardy somehow because he knew way too much about Hitler of all things.
Sure.
So I'm gonna make my profile the guy that looks like that I look like from Improv Broadway, and use his pictures. And Tim has to do it.
No. That seems like cheating. You should have to use yours.
There was 2 things. Tim has to do himself because he really lost.
Yeah.
I came in second, so I have to make one, but use a guy that looks like me.
Oh, that was the stipulation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
And Matt gets to laugh at us.
All
Is
right.
basically how it goes.
Interesting.
And normal, we still do the Tinder once a month, which is fun. We actually had Matt on the hook for love, but then we told him to tell her how much crab rangoons he ate in one sitting, and she hasn't responded since.
A lot of wacky shock jockery going on over there. So
It's been
check
a lot
out
of
very good show.
Verygoodshow.org. Come on.
Yes, and blindmike.net as well for to support this program. Oh, and I should say, I've not done a very good job of promoting it. In fact, I think we've lost people. If you want to go to Matt McCusker tomorrow, if you're watching live, I think I've got a ticket for you.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so if you're watching right now and want to go, just hit me up, and maybe I'll be able to get you in.
Come on, that'll be fun. I forgot all about that. Oh God, Hack Ride's in the fucking chat.
Oh, this guy we got to talk about too. He's a madman.
Yes, we do. He's telling me how to produce now.
Did I he messaged me. Did he suggest to you that he wanted to be on the show or something?
Backstage.
What does that mean? Oh, he wants to produce the show.
No. So basically, if I read it right, he sends the longest messages in the history of time that I honestly don't read at all sometimes.
Well,
if,
give him a gander.
If my memory serves, it was to be in the back and basically do live memes of stuff we're talking about.
Interesting.
Which
memes.
I don't hate that. Like I
Y'all
think
want the memes today.
So like if we're talking, I mean, he's making a mean face. Maybe I missed it, but the way I got it was like if we're joking about something, he'll make something to pop up on the screen as it's happening.
Huh.
Oh no, I was right. He said exactly.
Yeah, but how would he make it by the time he's done making it, we're going to be talking about something else, right?
Yeah, but it could be fun. Although, I mean, you are blind.
Fun. The host is blind. So.
I was going to say that's the problem is that you can't see it.
I have no issue with him being back there. So if you guys don't know, Hack Ride is the guy that's been cutting clips for us. He's a bit of a character. I've come to like him. In fact, he was very good about not messaging me while I was away.
Mm-hmm.
And I would kind of look at Twitter once in a while, and I missed him.
He's a great guy. I'll respond to him all day long if it's like a sentence or two. When it's like gigantic Bible verses, I'm like, I'll get to it.
See, my phone reads to me, which is nice.
Yeah. I should get that setting.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's an interesting guy, but he's been extremely helpful. I like the clips he cuts.
They're very good clips. That was part of this thing with me was he's like, yeah, I know you can produce, but let me tell you how I think you should do it.
Well, there's always room for growth, I say.
And it's basically,
I kind of like that.
It's basically like for the clips themselves. If we play a clip, he wants it to stay on the screen, and we take a pause after we laugh, so he can
Okay. Well, can we try that real quick?
Yeah. All right. Pause and then switch.
Find a clip or something.
Yeah, he just said in the chat, by the way, it was a simple suggestion, cough, demand.
Yeah, he's I think he said the word demand to me twice as well. So
he said, wow, wrong. I don't think I am wrong.
that's
which
fine.
one?
We'll try that today. When we play a clip, we're gonna pause. So kind of like freeze frame, like at the end of a Seinfeld episode.
Oh, sorry. It wasn't a pause. He just put it in the chat. It's not a pause. It's a linger. Excuse me.
A linger. What does that mean?
I don't fucking know.
We linger.
It's a.
All right, guys. I'm gonna talk about this in a second. I'm lingering. All right, Richard Ojeda. Well, he's the boss. We shouldn't be talking like this. I forget he is the boss around here. He wears the pants.
He does. I did see his Instagram.
I'm in for a scolding, by the way. I'm here joining you laughing at this guy. He's gonna rip me a new one.
I'm gonna be fired. After our best month ever, I'm gonna be fired.
Oh yeah, subscribe to the Patreon to get us over 600 as well. Or I'll never stop broadcasting.
Yeah, do it right now, or we're gonna be here for days.
Yeah, is that what Aaron does?
I don't know. I'm going off what you told me.
Did that guy ever explain himself in the chat? By the way,
I'd
like I'd love to bash Carl, but I need reason.
Damage control cards to distance himself from the potato. It was very Carl. So the very next day, Carl sent a super chat to MLC mentioning Chad. He couldn't last 24 hours on this quote.
That's a mistake, and I told him that. I said, you better go through with it, because if you fail at this, then you give Chad the upper hand. Right. That's where it's murky waters. Is if they say we're not going to talk about him for 2 weeks and talk about him in 3 days, then Chad can do 2 hours on that.
He's fucking obsessed with me.
Yeah, it's going to be that whole act.
Now he's going with the Rich Voss says Steel Toe has goals each day and extends the show once each tier has reached.
Yeah, I don't really know what the problem with that is, I guess.
I don't either.
Like, you don't have to donate.
Carl is letting the potato hijack his show. It cheapens the Who Are These Podcasts name by associating with a bunch of lol cows. Yeah, and try to cancel another lol cow.
I like Cardiff. I think he's kind of funny.
I
don't understand I don't know why he's a potato. I mean, I know why in theory. I just don't know why. Conceptually, I get it, but
this person Doodle now says they are Team Chad.
That's ridiculous. I'm Team Carl all the way, baby.
I mean, it is tough because he's just gonna have that one over him. He couldn't even stop.
Yeah, that's the thing is they have to last the 3. You can't go on and say that. What they should have done is said it privately to each other. Hey, let's not talk about Chad for 2 weeks. Yeah, and then no one even notices they're doing it.
Right.
Because that's all. I mean, 4 episodes of WATP without talking about Chad Zumach, no one would really notice that.
I do like that someone just made their name the Rich Voss. Like it was.
Maybe it's Rich Voss.
Yeah, maybe. Huge fan.
Hello, Richard, a legend. All right. Let's start with Alec Baldwin. What do you say?
It sounds good to me. I have not seen this yet.
Oh. It's good. I'm very excited. We have so much to get to today, but we might do an hour on this video.
Pause for a second.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. So Alec Baldwin has made his triumphant return to Instagram. And of course, he's addressing this is the first time he's been on Instagram. The last time we saw him, he was begging for followers for his wife. He was trying to get Hilaria Baldwin to 1 million followers.
Hilaria, you got to follow her. She's the best.
So he was trying to get her to 1 million. And then little indictment came around. A little thing called manslaughter popped its head. And we have not seen Alex since. But while I was away, he made a video. And I was going to send it to Carl for WATS until I saw it was 9 minutes.
It's a long one, yeah.
And then I said, maybe I can find a 1 minute chunk that Carl will enjoy. No dice. We're sitting here through the whole thing. So let's fire it up. Here's Alec Baldwin.
Hey, I haven't done one of these in a while. I've been otherwise occupied.
Okay, already. Oh, let me pause.
Yep.
Okay. It's crazy to say that he's otherwise occupied when we all know what happened.
I've been busy making a movie or something.
I've been, I had a lot of laundry to do, and you know how it is when laundry piles up.
You have a lot of kids. It was another birthday party.
Yes. Oh, the kids are very taxing on me. I had to take out the garbage this morning. You know, when these household chores. I ran out of Splenda, and then Hilaria almost used my beloved Splenda package, and I said, no, you don't understand. That's an heirloom.
Do you think he's like buying all Splenda, just chasing that dragon, waiting for a note?
He'll never feel the same. No, he's going to diners and being like, pretty tough day. You want to write anything to me? Slides him the Splenda package.
I'll take 2 Splenda. 2.
I don't know if you have a message for me you want to write on that, but yeah. So already he's like, I've been a little tied up the last few weeks. Nothing in particular. Just a little tied up the last couple months, actually, I think.
A little busy.
Hey, I haven't done one of these in a while. I've been otherwise occupied. And if I look really, really bad, it's because I've been sick. I was sick and I was in bed for a few days.
AKA fearing for the rest of my life.
I was terribly sick. I had, I was night sweats and other things that happen to your body when you fear getting sodomized in prison. It's one of the worst illnesses I've ever suffered in my life.
You're sick and you're in bed for a few days. For me, that means watching daytime TV.
Yeah. It's almost like I got shot and bled out on a movie set. I mean, it was such horrible pain.
It was like watching General Hospital.
It was like some schmuck didn't realize a gun was loaded and started waving it around at me.
And pause.
All right, let's continue.
Not literally, but I mean, I'm watching the news on CNN predominantly, and then Fox and MSNBC. Probably CNN, Fox, then MSNBC last. But
I like that he ranks them for us.
He's watching Fox now?
For those of you, well, he bashes MSNBC. MSNBC is last because they fired him. I'm assuming.
Oh.
But for those of you keeping score at home, if you're wondering what's Alec watching tonight, in this order, it is CNN, Fox News, MSNBC. Lest any of you think I had MSNBC ahead of Fox News. Those of you who believe that can change your scorecard.
It's scary how good that is.
I just want to say that when you watch TV during the
now when you fire a prop gun, it's not.
Yeah, I couldn't believe this part that he's like, I just want to say that when you're watching TV during the day. It would be like if there was a mass shooting and Joe Biden came out and was like, I mean, you guys know, how many of you have multiple remotes for the same television? Like, isn't it a pain in the ass? It's like, what? How is that what you're talking about, Alec?
Hack Ride's pissed we're pausing this too much.
There's no winning with this guy.
There's no win with this guy at all.
You can't pause too much. You can't pause enough.
Well, that's not going to stop, sir. So just deal with it, I guess.
Probably CNN, Fox, then MSNBC last. But I just want to say that when you watch TV during the day lately, I mean, obviously there's a whole bunch of diseases I've never heard of that there's all kinds of drugs for.
Hold on, I want to get to that inane comment in a moment, but just so you guys know, that's not the beeping noise. I don't know where he is that keeps happening.
He's in his garage, probably.
Yeah, there's something in his microwave that hasn't been taken out yet, but I just want to let you know that noise isn't us.
Mike's having therapy flashbacks right now.
There's a lot of, the world of drugs and pharmacies and medicine on TV during the day. But then also...
now he's doing Hedberg bits. Just like these commercials. I mean, who are they for, really? Let's see, what else is in the news, folks? You seen this? Bud Light hired a trans person. He's just riffing now.
What's the deal with airplanes?
The way I see it, folks, is there are roughly 7 dirty words you can't say on television, and now I'm going to go through them one by one.
After I shot the cinematographer, I said, maybe just sprinkle some crack on him and run.
The news, as I mentioned, and this whole, weather anomalies and disasters in the Midwest and these tornadoes and heartbreaking images of that. I mean, boy, we realize what the Ukrainians must feel like right now.
Oh, wait a second. Those natural disasters? Ukraine.
I look outside my home, and we're getting some pretty bad rainstorms right now, and I think to myself, this is the exact same as having hellfire rained upon us from a maniacal dictator. I think to myself, we're simpatico, my Ukrainian brothers. It's exactly like that.
Dude has a tree fall down in the backyard, and he's like, it's like the Ukrainian hospital.
Putin!
Bastard. Whole swaths of America just flattened like that. It's just heartbreaking. And then, of course, indictments.
Pause. I mean, obviously, like I said, guys, he used to make these Instagram videos a decent amount. He's taken like 2, maybe 3 months off of social media. Obviously, we know it was because of the Rust shooting incident. So, Craig, you're a smart guy.
Yep.
He just mentioned indictments. What's he about to talk about?
I assume it's going to be Trump.
Oh, damn it. You spoiled it. Yes, go just play
it. Not his own trial?
Just play it.
I'm watching the reaction of media, people that I respect.
Hot pocket ready.
Not a lot of them, but there's a handful I do respect on these networks, like CNN, for example. There's a couple I really respect.
And just to be clear, there's no one on MSNBC that I respect. And that is apropos of nothing. Just around a few years ago, I don't know what it was, but all of a sudden I realized that it's not a respectable network.
I'm surprised they didn't put Rachel Maddow's face on a Bud Light can.
A matter of fact, now that I think about it, it was right around the time that I left MSNBC that things really took a turn for the worse. I don't know why. I just find them to be a horrible network now.
Just this constant echo chamber, this constant metronomic, restatement of how overjoyed they are about Trump's indictment.
I couldn't, like I said, Craig spoiled it. I couldn't believe it when he said we have to talk about indictments. I was like, obviously he's talking about himself, right?
Well, so that's the thing is you would think that, but as soon as he said indictment, I went, there's no way he's talking about himself.
I was like, awesome. Hell yeah, Alec.
His wrist still hurts from the kick of the gun.
But here's a little tease for you guys. He does mention it later. And I think you'll be fascinated to find out how. So let's keep going.
And I want to say that Trump's indictment means nothing. Trump's indictment means nothing. We still have a Democrat in the White House.
My indictment, however, means everything. It's very important that a man was wrongfully indicted.
Everyone should be talking about this.
I want you to hit the streets now that my wife has 1 million followers. I expect a 1 million person march on the streets protesting the injustice that's been done to me.
Before the election. We have a Democrat who's president who's older. He's old.
All right, it's getting faster.
And if he stays fit and he stays lucid, great.
Yeah, keep it playing for a second, but you can keep it playing. But I just don't know where
Really
he is that noise keeps happening.
It's probably a home security system and someone's going in and out of a door or something.
Part of history. He was in office and showing.
Hey, Hilaria, calm the fuck down. Stay in one spot for a second. Read a book.
How about how you say no?
Hilaria, don't you understand? I'm filming something here, and your constant in and out is very distracting.
He's always
from my salient points here.
The artsy guy when he talks like this. I don't like it.
Which they kept that. What they do best is circle the wagons and protect their own that way. But Trump's indictment changes nothing. Nothing. Everybody shrieking, and in the NFL they used to call it the sack dance. Sorry, I'm holding this phone funny. Or the sack dance. You know, sack the quarterback in the end zone. They'd scream.
Yes. Oh, that famous sack dance.
I thought he was talking about jerking off.
Well, there's a lot of that in the NFL as well.
Yeah.
I get it.
God damn it.
I don't want Trump to go to prison. I want Trump to
because I don't want to have to see him there. I did an impression of him, and it'll be very awkward if we run into each other in prison. Because I don't know if you've heard, I am destined for a cell as well.
They're gonna go to the same famous guy jail.
Yeah, they'll be playing golf with each other in prison. How crazy is that? That the president and the guy who was most famously impersonating him have both been indicted in the last 3 months.
It's contagious.
Like if fucking Reagan and Rich Little were both indicted.
For January 6th more than I do this current indictment, these current charges. January 6th is the problem for me. That's the problem for the country. What a shame that they didn't bring those charges first. However, I don't want to see Trump go to prison.
Hilarious. Sit the fuck down.
I really thought I've watched this, and yet still in that moment, I thought he was going to say when he pauses there. Rewind for a second, and let's rewatch it with this eye, because when he pauses there, I really thought he was going to say, "Is it just me, or is that noise getting a bit annoying?"
He's a hack ride guy. He likes to pause.
This current indictment, these current charges. January 6th is the problem for me. That's the problem for the country. What a shame that they didn't bring those charges first. However,
it would have been perfect right there. Am I the only one hearing that? It's getting a little...
Little does he know the wind keeps blowing the door open.
Alec, what the fuck? That has to be all the comments on this video. Is what is that noise?
Not at all. Just want him to go away. I want him to be banished.
Yes.
From the
yes,
Americans.
I want all indictments to go away, as a matter of fact. I want, what if we just did everyone who's been indicted in 2023 is found innocent? Well, how about that? I think that would be, there's no reason I think that. Just randomly, I'm picking a year, and saying all indictments in that year are now null and void. What do we say?
I want like a lot of Republicans to come out to his defense. They don't have to mean it, but I want them to say it. Like, could you imagine if Brett Kavanaugh was like, yeah, just by looking at it, I don't think he did anything wrong. He could just come out and be like, I've always been a Kavanaugh guy.
And that's what's great about these Alec Baldwin videos is he'll never say why. He'll just be like, I've been thinking lately that Brett Kavanaugh is a really great guy. He's been given a rough shake in the media, but I think he's pretty swell.
Do people harass his family? Sure.
He is. That's the amazing thing about this impression is he is Trump in these videos. He's just a soft-spoken Trump.
Exactly.
I just go. And if he runs again and he loses again, maybe he will. Let's hope so. Let's hope.
Jamie from New Hampshire says that the noise sounds like the noise from the Pelosi 911 call. That would be fucking hilarious if this was a 911 call.
I also wanted to mention that there's a gentleman here who's saying he's just waiting for my wife to get home, and I don't want anyone to panic. Don't do anything, but I'm just letting you know that he's holding a hammer and saying that he's friends with my wife.
I am handcuffed to him wearing boxer shorts.
I have this nice glass of wine, which lets you know I'm safe.
I'm pretty cash.
So, but this screaming and incessant cheering and gloating is the word about Trump being indicted for these charges. These charges mean nothing.
Yes, don't gloat, because that's the thing about indictments is they're usually wrong. I've always said that. He's using Trump as like a metaphor for himself.
It's fucking stupid.
The last thing you should be doing is rooting for anyone to be indicted. That's.
We should cancel indictments till 2028.
I am coming out anti-indictment.
Nothing. The arraignment is apparently on Tuesday here in New York, where I live, and everyone's saying
it's exactly where I am for some reason.
So maybe if we could just focus on this one particular county, maybe get rid of all indictments there. Listen, I'm not a judge. I don't know how it would work. I'm just saying we should think about this.
They're going to have riots here in New York. We're going to have some form of January 6th-like riots here in New York to protest Trump's arraignment. I don't know. I don't know.
But I will say, stand back and stand by.
It'd be great if he kept putting up every time he said Trump, just a picture of him as Trump would flash up.
He's giving a subliminal message. Trump or anyone that looks like this.
Yeah, like the original cut of The Shining with those flash images that like set everyone off.
It's again a metaphor where he's like, listen, if anything goes down with me, hit the pavement. I want you out there in full force. Take whoever you've got.
Roscoe says it sounds like he's doing this in front of a slushy machine at 7-Eleven.
That's the best. Yes, that's the best description I've heard so far.
Right.
That's what it's like. Like you're at a 7-Eleven or a gas station or something.
I only know that the person you should all be excited about as a candidate is somebody that's going to bring us together.
Excuse me, I'm going to move one moment. Someone is trying to get to the hot dog case. I have to get out of their way. I'll stand over here by the Twizzlers.
I'm blocking the hot cheese.
I'm coming to you live from a Cumberland Farms.
Chili dogs, 2 for 1.
You're bringing us together. We're not here to talk about that, of us being brought together. Let me switch over to here. Of us being brought together. I thought that was...
Oh, God, I was wondering when we were going to get the... Hold on, let me take that one again.
Yeah, let me move over here. This is a better angle for me. Let me show you my good side now.
Justin Trudell says the beeping is probably his ankle bracelet going off.
Not yet. We don't know. Listen, remember, Justin.
We don't want indictments.
Indictments are bullshit. That's one thing we know.
Yeah. We want a real crime to be him to be indicted for a real crime, like nothing on January 6th.
I'm so excited to get to the end of this video. How much time do we have left in this video?
Like half the video.
Oh, damn. So we're a long ways away, but he ends with a little tease for us. Something to look forward to.
Part 2, another indictment.
Out of the question after Trump ran and won, and then when he lost, January 6th, what Trump fomented and what his minions fomented in this country.
Define fomented, Alex.
That means escorted by the cops willingly.
Yes, we were all fomented. It was it was just a fomented period of time.
That's actually what happens on the outside of a bullet wound.
They talked about civil war. I was like, I don't know what that would be. What would you do? Have one banana on one coast, one banana on the other coast, and
he's going back into stand-up.
Giant.
Is that what this is?
I mean, I think if this country were to go to civil war, it might look a little something like this.
If of bread in the middle, the rest of the country, we're gonna have. How do you carve up the country? But if there was a person that we could find who could bring us together and say, listen,
if there was a person we could find that keeps setting this alarm off.
And that's why I'm announcing my candidacy for 2024. How great if this was just building up to him running for president. If we could just find that one voice who has never knowingly hurt anyone, and any allegations against him would be purely accidents, completely the fault of someone else. I think that's the man that should be running this country.
My slogan is Baldwin 2024, a shot in the dark.
It's becoming a Jerry impression now.
It's going between Batman and Jerry, I think, for me. I can't quite get it.
And as your president, I do promise you that I will get to the source of this beeping. Yes, I'm composed now, but it is driving me quite mad.
It'd be great if you campaigned on the beeping. It was only for the people who see the video. Everyone else is like, why the fuck is Baldwin running?
And in 2024, we're going to, and then the crowd yells, stop the beeping.
I was going to say, take the batteries out.
If you're tired of smoke alarms or
that would be even better if that's what it was, but he's so fucking rich he doesn't know what the fuck to do.
We're going after smoke alarms. We're going after carbon monoxide detectors. No one is safe.
We're gonna take down big smoke alarm.
We're going to do things a little of this, a little of that, a little more conservatively, a little more protecting people's rights.
There's his promo right there for the running.
Wait, go back a little bit. I want to see what his what his platform was.
It's actually wicked funny after talking like that.
But if there was a person that we could find who could bring us together and say, listen, we're going to do things a little of this, a little of that, a little more conservatively, a little more.
Oh boy, that's a really interesting point, Alec. That's not something every stoned teenager thinks of. Is that I think the moderates have it right. I think if we were all a little down the middle, don't pay attention to the extremes.
What happened to love thy neighbor?
Reach across the aisle and maybe you'll see a man who accidentally shot a woman on the set of a movie, and you'll embrace him as your own and say, brother, I apologize. We are one.
Trump calls Stormy Daniels horse face. He calls her whole chest.
Won't go into the details of issues like, debt, horrible debt this country has, military appropriations. What should we be concerned
ear rattling noises that won't stop?
I need Hack Ride to turn this into a 2024 campaign video.
Yeah. Yes. Please. That's a great idea. Yeah. Take this video. Also clip us talking about it, but separately.
Yes.
Yeah. If you can turn this into a 2024 campaign video, that'd be great.
If you can, sir, please.
No rush on that.
If you
got
can't,
a year and a half.
if you can't, I'm sorry I asked.
That makes sense. Medicine for people of this country, transportation.
You're just saying things now.
Yeah, buzzwords. The border.
Debt, medicine,
Social security,
sports and leisure,
affordable dinners.
Of this country.
Potent potables. Oh, he's my favorite of anything. Anyone and anything we've covered. Alec Baldwin videos are my favorite.
They're so funny because he's so fucking not aware of himself.
He's so intense.
Because he's intense. He's going for the artsy guy. He's not even looking at the camera. He's looking off in the distance.
It shows you how empty-headed he is, or actors are in general, that he played Jack Donaghy.
I know.
Who is literally mocking what he's doing right now. That's a character that completely mocks this.
It's more than a coat of paint at this time in terms of infrastructure.
Infrastructure.
Other buzzwords that I've heard. Let's see.
1600 pen.
Deficit.
Shapes. Pentagon.
Gig economy. These are all things.
World hunger.
Vital issues that need to be solved. Bail reform. The prison industry. Things that need to be looked at.
He's really doing that. Disability. Workman's comp. Excise tax. Small claims court.
Judicial branch.
Filibuster.
Veto.
Paint at this time in terms of infrastructure.
By the way, go back, watch this video yourselves at home, and play the beep drinking game tonight.
Oh, man.
Happy Friday, folks. Take a drink every time that fucking noise goes off.
You might get hammered off water if you play that game.
Vital issues that need to be solved. Bail reform. The prison industry. Things that need to be looked at honestly. Honestly.
The war on drugs.
Ukraine. Duh.
Reaganomics.
George Washington.
Slavery. Women's right to vote.
Civil War.
He's already said that one, actually. Yeah. That was his big bit.
That's right. It was when he was talking about the January 6th.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
If we keep kicking the can, which is what the United States is famous for in the last 40 years, since Reagan, all we did was kick the can. We haven't solved anything. All those people.
Reagan could have fixed this beeping.
You know what I liked about Reagan? He was an actor who also didn't do anything illegal.
And if he taught us one thing, it's that actors, they don't do anything wrong. And that's what I want the jury to remember.
He was quite good.
Now, Democrat and Republican. And what are they accomplishing? It brings tears to my eyes. It really does. What are they accomplishing?
Much like it did when the feds knocked down my door to take me into custody.
Chris in the chat asked, "Did he say mail reform?" And I said, "I just typed out he's saying bail reform." And,
I wish he said mail. I'm going to stick it to the post office. Finally, once and for all.
But the reason I bring that up is Chris says something funny after. He goes, he'll get to mail reform if he keeps going.
Hold on. Where's a man who would bring us together, or a woman who would bring us together? I pray to God that we find it.
I thought the bit at a certain point, I thought the bit was going to be where that noise goes off and he just goes, "Ah, God damn it!"
That would be great if at the end he was like, "No, none of that made any sense. I know that. I was just seeing how long you could watch a beep video
without going completely insane."
How many times can you hear this beep before you, I don't know, shoot a cinematographer?
By the way, based on his last videos, it sounds like he's ramping up to give Hilaria the nomination. There's only one man or woman.
Huh? Million followers.
I'm not going to be doing a lot of these too soon. Obviously, I'm growing my beard.
Okay.
He's going into hiding.
I wanted to appear unrecognizable to the average citizen and blend in.
Whitey Bulger got away with it in Santa Monica, so I think so.
Why do you think he's growing the beard?
If I'm to guess,
I
hope I'm not right again. If I'm to guess, they're going to resume filming Rust.
You are right. And that's what I thought when he said it as well. It's interesting the approach he takes to letting us know that.
Yeah,
what's happening?
Oh, here we go.
So I can go off and make a film.
Really?
A film some of you might have heard of. We're gonna
Come on. A little film called Rust.
It's gonna do so good in the box office. They're gonna wonder what scene it was.
I don't think it will do that great because it's like diminishing returns. When the first group of people see it and they're like, "Yeah, you don't see him kill her," so you know.
But if it's a good movie, then you can go, "What scene was it?"
If it's a good movie, that's true. But I just like that he's teasing us. I'm filming a little movie. You may have heard of it. Like, this is all just promo. If he did that on fucking Fallon, he's like, I'm growing a beard for a little movie you might have heard of, the crowd would cheer. That's where he's expecting applause. Yeah, Rust. Now, why have we heard of it, Alec? You're going to explain that, I assume.
He has to. Yeah, for this next part, I'm gonna bring my brother Billy in.
A little film you might have heard of, because unless you've been living under a rock, I shot a woman. And a second person, by the way. We forget about the second person that I shot. But the woman did die, tragically. So
two people,
that's why you heard of it.
2 people, 1 bullet. Went clean through that lady. So the movie itself must be good if they're continuing.
I guess, right?
It has to be good.
I don't know. We'll see. Alec Baldwin in a Western. Interesting.
It has to be good, or this is the biggest mistake possibly ever.
Well, maybe he's going to tell us about it.
A film some of you might have heard of. We're going to go and finish. We're going to go finish a movie we started. And we were not able to finish.
No particular reason, and if you're not aware of the details, don't even bother. It's very uneventful.
It rained a lot and ruined production.
There's, we stopped filming and now we're starting again. And that's all you need to know, really.
I wonder if, like, the first day filming, when Baldwin walks onto the set, someone plays "Raining Blood" by Slayer as a joke.
Someone asks him a question and Alec gives him finger guns in response. Pow pow.
They're gonna have like gun checking safety classes every day.
Hey, Alec, that's not loaded, is it? All right, who said that?
He shoots somebody else.
I swear to God, I'll use this thing again.
He fucking kills another college student.
Can you imagine if they go back to shooting and Alec gets to come out and be like, all right, this one's on me, guys.
Or he shoots the guy that he shot already. He just goes, finish the job.
I don't know how that pesky little bugger got away from me the first time, but
But I truly want to say, I look at that phrase, God bless America. And I think about that a lot now. I think a lot about God
Yes.
bless America.
Because I'm very blessed because I'm about to get away with murder, quite literally.
This has gone so crazy that if he says vote red at the end, I wouldn't be surprised.
And that's why I want everyone to vote for Marjorie Taylor Greene in 2024.
We need God's blessing now. We need something to help us.
This fucking beep.
Ukraine, China, Russia.
He is Trump.
Now he's just naming continents. Let's see: Uganda, Great Britain, Italy, Greece, Albania, Turkey,
Hungary,
Austria. He's taking time to think for a minute. Venezuela.
Boxy's dad says he's gonna end the video by saying "fuck Bud Light" and "fuck Anheuser-Busch."
And just firing a machine gun.
That's very funny.
Most primary issue of all, which is climate change.
Oh, shut up.
He's naming them all.
This guy is down the middle. He's hitting shit from both sides.
Folks, the planet has a fever.
You ever heard Al Gore actually go nuts on that shit? It's so funny.
We watched Inconvenient Truth in high school.
Yeah, people aren't taken seriously. The rain bombs. Like, it just starts. It's very funny. I like how this started off. It's like he is a down the middle guy. He's like, Trump shouldn't be arrested, but the climate's real.
Well, he's gotten to climate change now. Let's hear his thoughts.
Trans rights on deck.
Climate change.
The big banks.
I don't know if the Chinese or the Russians are going to come over here, or they're going to send bombs over here and kill us.
NASA.
Climate change is going to kill.
Hey! If the Chinese and Russians send bombs over here and kill all of us, then what do any little crimes prior to that matter?
We'll probably forget about those, right?
We could all die at a moment's notice.
I mean, if Cosby can get out, so you know what I mean, right?
So what does one silly little manslaughter charge mean in the grand scheme of things?
Take care of it.
Take care of it.
Climate change is going to kill us all if we don't take care of it, I believe.
I mean, I only killed one person. Let's think about it that way, folks. Climate change will kill all of us. 7 billion people.
There's a reason they call it. There's a reason they call it a hot gun.
I mean, in a way, am I saying turn off your TV? Maybe, but we surely watch a whole lot less of it.
What? Now he's getting into the streaming services.
Now he's just talking like a guy from the 70s.
Now he's getting back into like Paul Reiser. Like, I mean, we sure do watch a lot less TV, but I was watching The Cosby Show recently, and boy, that's really got a different spin on it nowadays, wouldn't you say, folks?
There's no answers for you there. There's no answer. Men and women on panels saying the same thing over and over again. I was exhausted by the end of the week. I mean, I was sick most of, not last week, but the week before.
Because he's fucking petrified.
He's still like, don't forget I had the sniffles. So please send your condolences.
That's why I look like this. I like to. I want to like put a supercut together of, I don't know, like Bambi's mom getting shot and having it be Baldwin's fault. Just like a bunch of those. It'd be fun.
Well, many wild animals get murdered, whether they be pigs, cows, horses. Let's see here. Aardvarks.
Whales. Where you're located.
Anyway. God bless America.
Okay.
Oh, he left the beep in after that.
Okay. Can we add it to the outro?
Yeah.
Because we don't have the please follow my wife on Instagram for some reason.
Right.
So instead, let's put in God bless America with the beep.
Oh, for sure. I'm playing that again right now because I
Okay,
want to
thank
hear it. Oh, I didn't go back far enough.
You know, because there's no answers for you there. There's no answer. Men and women on panels saying the same thing over and over again. I was exhausted by the end of the week. I mean, I was sick most of, not last week, but the week before.
I was a sicky baby.
Anyway. God bless America.
And linger.
Oh.
We got linger, and I'm going to change the
Hold on,
layout.
hold on. Wait. Don't change it yet.
Yep.
Leave it up on the screen, and I'm gonna go like I'm laughing. I'm having a ball.
We just did it perfectly.
All right, good.
One take.
We can move on. Oh man, that is tremendous.
That was great.
What a performance! That's the best performance of his life. I'm a big 30 Rock fan. Obviously, he's great in Glengarry Glen Ross. I actually like him in The Departed.
I did too.
I'm gonna put that video ahead of all of it.
Oh yeah, there's no better acting. We're gonna need you to act cool, calm, and collected, and we know you're not.
Mention indictments and the movie Rust without mentioning that you killed a woman.
I'm filming a movie. You may have heard of it. It's getting rave reviews.
That's like Jerry Seinfeld saying, "We're doing a reunion of a show. You may have heard of it." You know, like,
I like the idea that everyone's heard of this Rush shooting, like they've watched Seinfeld.
Yeah, it's the Seinfeld of our time.
You know, when that lady got shot in the background, all you heard was bam, ba-dum, bam, 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 bam.
I mean, that's the seriousness with which he's handled it.
I know.
Oops.
Whoops a daisy.
Oh, that is good stuff. Now I guess we have to move to my friend, Brendan Schaub.
Brendan Schaub.
And I appreciate all the people that have kept the hashtag Team Schaub movement alive while I've been gone. And it seems like we're really, converting some people. It seems like there's a lot of I've been trying to think of a name for us as Schaub fans, like the Gearheads.
The Schaub mob.
The Schaub mob, that's pretty good. Try and beat that in the comments, folks, but that's not bad. The Schaub mob. So we are part of the Schaub mob. Name pending.
And I think we should file a petition to change the name of Funny Bone to the Brendan Tendon.
Who's been feeding you these?
I'm making this up as we go.
That's not bad. There's a chance I use that one on Twitter the next time he hits my funny bone.
Go for it. I'm not going to do it, so you can.
So the Schaub mob has been out in full force, and Brendan has been, really just doing his job out there. and being, the great personality and comedian that he is, and yet getting shit on by his own men, people he's worked with and worked for over the years. It really is, frankly, unbelievable. So, what Schaub clips do we have?
I got the Denver controls Hollywood and the D'Elia one.
Well, let's play. I mean, even the way Craig is reading it, people are gonna focus on a simple mistake that he made, which is ridiculous. But I think Brendan makes a lot of good, solid, coherent points here.
You think? You think so?
I do.
You know me, I'm all against the cancel culture. I don't like any of that shit. But what's it tell you? If you're big enough, you're powerful enough, and good for them. They've earned every bit of it. And I'm not saying any action should be taken. I'm just saying, how weird is it that there's been people accused of way less who lost their careers, got fucked over. There's video of Dana assaulting his wife.
Hey, I gotta say, that's a great point. That's a pretty good point. And me and Brendan are simpatico. We are not cancel culture guys.
Yeah.
That is true. He's not wrong there.
Yeah, they're just leaving out the part, where she struck him twice right before.
Well, listen, I think you should never hit a woman, no matter what they've done. Even if they come at you with a mallet, you don't.
Well, I personally don't agree with you.
I'm just saying, Brendan's making some good points, and I think there's zero chance, no chance at all that this is a personal gripe that he has with Dana White. I think he'd be saying this if Joe Rogan got into an altercation with his wife.
Sure.
Definitely.
Of way less who lost their careers, got fucked over. There's video of Dana assaulting his wife. There's endless accounts and witnesses, and the guy had to step down from his position as the chairman of WWE. There's tons of evidence, legit evidence.
Hold on.
Then
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay. All right. I thought okay, good. Then Brendan, more facts he's bringing to the table.
Oh yeah, no, he's not wrong. He's more correct about Vince McMahon than Dana.
Yeah.
I would say. No, Dana.
I thought that's who he was talking about.
No,
that's why I was like, hold on a second.
Dana White and Vince McMahon.
Gotcha. I thought he was just talking about Dana White, and then he brings up the WWE, and I was like, I might have to correct my pal here.
No, because Endeavor, the company that owns UFC, just
owns both of them now. Yes.
Yeah, or at least 51% of WWE, which is more like it's owning them.
Right.
But, let me back her up a bit.
step down from his position as the chairman of WWE. There's tons of evidence, legit evidence. But then I have friends who've been canceled for way less. These men have gotten bigger.
Hold on.
I don't know what that.
It's going to come into play in the next clip, Craig. But before you get ahead of yourself, let's not forget Brendan is a good friend. And is being a pedophile less than striking a woman? Who am I to... These are for judges and juries to decide, not me.
He's got to pray to have a jury of his own peers then.
Made more money. Endeavor owns Hollywood.
Now, here's where I have a message for the Fighter and the Kid Reddit. The man made a simple mistake. He knows it's not Denver. He's a bright guy.
He corrected it immediately.
So knock it off with the bullying of this man. It's enough.
Made more money. Endeavor owns Hollywood. So Hollywood wants to sit on their high horse and say, this guy can't perform here, or this guy can't be in this movie. But these two are okay. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, Endeavor.
Fuck you.
And I think Endeavor does own Hollywood. I think he's correct. And I think for people to boil it down to a simple speaking issue, which, by the way, I think he has a speech impediment, so he's overcoming a disability.
Well, he got punched in the head for a living for quite some time.
There you go, that too. So he's overcoming all of this to give what I think is a good message. Let's not let that cloud that he wants Dana White in handcuffs, which I think is a good... I think that's what you should do when you have a personal beef with someone. Now, here's where I really have to step in, because this cunt, Chris D'Elia, what I mean, to be a bigger asshole would be impossible. You could equal the level of asshole that Chris D'Elia is, but you could not be a bigger one.
I also have not seen this yet on purpose.
To treat your co-host like this is outrageous, and Brendan handles it, I mean, beautifully. I applaud Brendan for how he handled this prick, Chris D'Elia, going at him.
This is the one about the whiskey you want?
Yes.
All right.
And
Wow, dude.
I know.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Maybe they're good
I
and
don't know if
shit.
you want it or not.
Oh yeah, do it.
Yeah,
I know if
that's
he
for
wants it
you.
or not.
No.
Ah,
We got it for the talent. We got it for the
Okay,
talent.
that's you,
guys.
Doug.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
I know if you want it or not, dude. You do.
Oh, yeah.
I was like passing
Oh,
it
yeah.
over.
Dude, do you know why? It's a time in the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why you want to drink.
Yeah.
Because it's a time.
No, I'm
All right,
celebrating.
so already Chris feels that his friend has a drinking problem, and his tactic is to insult the man. Now, Chris allegedly went to rehab, which I'm not sure I buy.
No, me
But
either.
you think there could be a little sympathy for a guy instead of poking fun at this lovable teddy bear? You're abusing him for having what is a serious disease, frankly.
Yeah. Also, it wouldn't take much for Schaub to completely re-wreck Chris D'Elia's career right now.
Yeah, Brendan Schaub's all you have, bitch.
It's a time in the day talking about his drinking. And I'd be like, yeah, I mean, just go along the lines of, let me check your Snapchat messages.
Yeah, anyone been DMing anybody lately? Any interesting DMs? Let's go around the room.
You sharing any finger paintings with anyone you're dating recently?
Chris, who's the last woman you texted other than your wife?
That would make me the biggest no jokes Schaub fan ever.
But Brendan takes the high road here. He's much classier than us.
On all Marine bases. It's a big deal.
All
You
right,
just
so-
announced it.
All right.
Hoorah,
Congrats,
bitch.
dude.
So yeah, Marines shouldn't be drunk. But well, they're
Well,
working.
no, it's in their off time.
No,
so
no,
they
no, it's while they're shooting.
relax.
It's while they're shooting and invading. So
Hey, do you like freedom?
I love freedom, dude.
That way,
You're
Brendan.
How much is freedom though, right?
Hey, Chris, do
59.
you like freedom? Because you shouldn't have it. You should be behind bars, you pedophile.
That's right.
You fucking creep.
He doesn't drink either, so he's not going to be able to even. Ugh.
But imagine your friend has this whiskey brand, and your job on a major platform, your one intention on this huge platform that Brendan has given you is to dump all over his business.
Question in the chat. Guy on the far right is not the dude from Workaholics. Where'd he go?
Eric Griffin?
Yeah.
He may just not have been on this week. I have no idea.
Oh, that'd be great if he was already like, I'm out.
No, I think he's still on the podcast.
That's what it
Is
that's
that
what
it?
it does.
I looked it up. It said 89 on some sites.
Well, it's 89
Okay,
everywhere on my control. Oh, boy.
We paused it weird, so I don't know if you caught the context. Now Chris is dumping on the price of his whiskey. Listen to this smarmy cunt.
I will say it's probably really good whiskey.
Even if it sucks, your fucking boy has a whiskey brand. You support it.
Well, I guess he's probably trying to impress Joe Rogan.
Evidently, yeah. He wants to be back. He wants to be at the mothership, apparently.
Hey, I also dumped on one of my good friends' whiskey brands on a podcast.
That's what we do, right, Joe?
Buffalo Trace is God, right, Joe? If you mention Buffalo Trace in this video, I'll be back on Team D'Elia.
But while they're
Well,
working,
no, it's in their off time.
no,
so
no,
they
no, it's while they're shooting.
relax.
It's while they're shooting and invading. So
Hey, do you
Yeah,
like
Chris
freedom?
right there said that while Marines for this great nation of ours, while they're in combat, they're drunk, they're shit-faced. That's quite an accusation, my friend.
And they're shooting and invading.
Yeah. Doing their job, it sounds like to me.
love freedom, dude.
You're welcome.
How much is freedom though, right?
$59.99, and that's what it
Is
that's
that
what
it?
it does.
I looked it up. It said 89 on some sites.
Well, it's 89 everywhere. That's out of my control. And your boy fought tooth and nail to get it down to $59.99.
Really?
Man of the people.
Oh, it is
Hey,
59?
59.
What is that? Sorry?
Man of the people. Thank you, Brendan, for trying to save the little guy a few bucks.
That's right. That's right. I'm gonna try this because I hate Chris D'Elia's fucking guts. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
actually try
And
this.
hey, if it's a great whiskey, $90 a bottle is perfectly reasonable.
It better be great.
I'm sure it is.
And I'm starting April 1st. Daddy got a new investor.
So now it's less money. Your stupid fucking whiskey is less money.
What a
Oh, sorry,
bitch
dude.
this
I didn't realize I said that.
It's okay.
I won't do it anymore.
Okay.
So you stupid fucking
And
whiskey.
he's hurt there. The big lug. You can tell his feel. He's taking it like a champ, but his feelings are hurt.
You can
I
see.
feel bad for the guy in this moment.
I don't know if you're doing like your Team Schaub thing, but I actually do.
That's what I'm saying.
There's
There's no thing I'm doing. I'm a Brendan Schaub guy.
The face he made when he said "stupid fucking whiskey" was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, it's like, hey man, I could dismember you. I've saved your career, and your approach is to dump all over my business. Like, what a cunt!
If it wasn't for me, you'd be singing to your wife on YouTube during awkward segments of your fucking show.
Yes, you'd be on your second Michael Bublé album by now.
Dude, it comes out.
No, it's natural. No, it seems natural.
So hold on. So obviously I don't drink. If I did, I would be Tiger thicking it up. I wouldn't drink it. I would be drunk all day.
You'd be in the Marines.
In that with that.
No, you'd be in the Marines.
This is, you know, the saddest part of this. This is D'Elia trying. I mean, really, it's so obvious. He's trying to appeal to like the Reddit crowd.
Mm-hmm.
He's being like, "Hey guys, I know you shit on me too, but like, look, I'm making fun of Brendan. You like that, right?" That's the saddest part of it all. Is he's letting online commenters control how he treats the man who saved his career.
How were the comments on Reddit for this? That might be fun to look through. I'll have to look through it.
Yeah, take a look. I don't, the comments are awfully nasty towards my pal, and unlike Chris, I don't read negativity about my friends like that.
Nor should you.
Yeah.
Literally enlist just to drink the Tiger.
And suck the boys off.
Suck the boys off and also drink Tiger.
By the way, Brendan, trying to keep it light.
Dude, what's up with that, man?
What's up, Doug?
What's up with this Tiger thick shit? I want to know a deep dive into this Tiger thick shit because what's the fucking deal, dude?
What do you mean?
So you came out with this thing and it's good, apparently, right?
Great, award winning.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
he's pissed.
Award winning. Have you won an award, Chris? Other than maybe at the prom king when you took some fucking 15-year-old.
He said award winning and made a fucking face at D'Elia like I haven't seen since he was in the octagon.
Yeah. Make an award-winning comedy album, Chris, instead of repeating things in a crazy voice like you're Pauly Shore.
Oh God, that's exactly who he is.
This great stuff.
Yeah.
You have it at your shows.
Yep.
And people, you have it shipped to the show. People can buy it there at the show.
Clubs will.
Now Chris is just asking how like business works. Hey, you're telling me that so they distribute the whiskey and people can buy it? Yeah, no shit, asshole. Why are you turning that into a sinister thing?
Oh my God, I'm good for him. He could fucking ruin Chris D'Elia right now.
Yep.
The fans can drink it there, and then we also sell it the full bottles at the shows.
Oh wow!
And it's distributed all over the United States.
And you can also get it at certain. Obviously, you can get it online.
Yeah, online.
Do stores have it?
Certain stores have it, like Specs in Texas, which is the biggest distributor in Texas. It's brick and mortar.
Mm-hmm.
He's asking legit questions. You can tell he's patronizing him
completely. Yes, he's playing to Reddit. He's like, "Hey guys, we're on the same side. I'm playing along with this idiot, but I get it. I'm cool."
Dude, this piggybacked on a hopefully, it seems like it's gonna happen, appearance on Legion of Skanks. Yep. You might have been ahead of it.
First in line.
In the Schaub
mob, baby. I'm the Don.
Area.
All right.
Texas is our biggest market.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. So
if you like your freedom, you're welcome.
No, well, it's not because you're whiskey because it's free. It is?
Yeah, they do.
Well, now I guess it's in the Marines.
Yeah.
But what I want to know is
he keeps going back to that unfunny joke that the Marines are shit-faced.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, who does he think he's winning over with that one? Like, hey, fuck the troops, right, guys?
He's a fucking douchebag who is not blind and is wearing fucking sunglasses inside. Just that guy. I realized I was about to fire off about sunglasses. I had to reel that one back.
I wouldn't have known. I would have been like, "What are you talking about me?"
I know. So I was like, "Wait a minute." He has no reason to do that besides he thinks it's cool.
Well, as Larry David said, there are two people that wear sunglasses inside: blind people and assholes. He's never been more correct.
That's correct. That is correct. You can just go back to your stupid fucking coffee reviews that you took from Portnoy.
Oh, what a cunt. Brendan, this is where you gotta, step up a little bit here. I appreciate that you're a great friend, but if you don't want to go with the low-hanging fruit of him being a child groomer,
Mhm.
just go with you want to talk beverages, Chris? How about that you stole an idea from Dave Portnoy and do a shit job of it? Ooh, one sip coffee reviews.
That's right. He calls it one sip.
What a clever title, Chris. You
forgot.
douchebag.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I saved your career after the world called you a pedophile, so you could do one sip coffee reviews. You're welcome.
Do you think
While
Jordan...
I put a business on my back and supplied the troops with a little joy at the end of their day?
I hate Chris D'Elia so much. I think I am jumping on the Schaub mob.
Schaub mob, baby. We take all comers.
I hate
Everyone's
him that
welcome.
much.
I knew it would be a slow but steady uprise. So come aboard. Anyone who wants to join us.
Oh, I fucking hate him. Do you think Jordan Woodruff stole the coffee reviews from him or Portnoy?
I mean, in that building, it would be hard not to have stolen them from Portnoy. But
If someone said it was because of him, I'd
she
believe
seems
it.
like the D'Elia crowd.
Right. She's probably got a message history with him when she was younger.
By the way, I was gone for this. Carl was telling me about it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I wasn't gone. I guess I did talk about a little bit of it, but like the approach they have taken since Kelly Keegs destroyed them is like
awful.
pathetic.
Oh, I was having a rough day this weekend.
It's so sad.
Hug the people you love. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Kelly Keegs is a couple of scalps to her name now.
You guys are getting paid to go to fucking NASCAR events, box in what came across as the worst fight I've ever fucking seen in my goddamn life.
It was a terrible day.
I
knew, so I was definitely here for the picture she posted with her husband, like tough day.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I was here. I guess they did a podcast where they were like somberly talking about how their lives were ruined.
Dude, and they won't even talk to Kelly Keegs.
It's crazy.
She's like, do you guys want to talk about this? Because Kelly was talking, it was on Stool Scenes, I want to say. I saw it on Twitter. But she's talking about it. And in the background, you can see these two girls just standing there and they're like, oh, you want to talk about it? And they're like, where else at? Like, shut up.
Haven't you done enough damage?
My mom's still in the hospital because of you.
Was that the end of that clip?
Nope.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hear from this.
You fucking, what's the deal? What's the goal with this? You're going to sell it? You make a bank? What's going on, dude?
What an asshole. Now he's in like high school bully mode with this beast of a man.
What are you going to do? Be successful?
This, I mean, monster that could rip your head off, but he knows he's not going to. So he knows he's in no physical danger. So he's like, what are you going to do? Sell it? Yeah, that's what the business was created for, Chris.
Fucking idiot. Schaub mob, baby.
By the way, absolutely, he will have his own brand of coffee at some point. D'Elia. And Brendan won't treat him like this.
I look forward to that day.
I mean, if he does, he should. But absolutely, there will be a fucking Hyman popping coffee brand or something.
It'll be something called like Flick the Bean or something like that.
Well, he can't though. He can't do that.
He will.
That would be wild.
He will.
Flick the Bean is a great name.
He will.
I wish that's what you made Jerry's coffee. Don't forget to flick the bean this week. By the way, I don't know if I said this to you or not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we've done a show since, but I said that the clip that Kirk and Dave played of you and Jerry, where you're looking for audio, really made me feel good about your existence on this show. I was like, oh, he doesn't seem quite that miserable.
Oh, dude. So I go, Dave, there's a good one. You'll probably love it. And I knew Montante was going to be in and he'll relate.
Yeah.
To before the show, I go through exactly the clips I have. right? If we have a bunch from a certain thing, I have this, and this. So we're doing the show. He calls for one I have not heard of at since ever. And I go, oh, okay, let me grab it. And I grab he says the Springsteen one. So I grabbed the one when Springsteen gets the award. That wasn't fucking right. I was like, yeah, whatever, dude. Like, it's fucking...
Anyway, let's finish out this clip.
Yeah.
You fucking. What's the deal? What's the goal with this? You're gonna sell it? You're making bank? What's going on, dude?
Daddy, I got an offer.
All right, so take that and be done with it, dude.
What does that mean? Like, what a dickhead.
He doesn't want him to be in the whiskey business. Is that
hey, you took me in and brought me into your podcast. So now I'd like you to stop paying attention to your other businesses.
Do you remember when you cried like a little fucking bitch on your own show because you cheated on your wife because you're a fucking maniac?
What a selfish prick this guy is.
Take the offer, bro.
Be done with it. Like, I get the audience say, like, if Brendan talks about this whiskey a lot, if the audience says, like, hey, it's getting old, we don't care. That's one thing. But for your friend to be like, just sell the fucking business and get over it, man. It's like, what a little twerp. Like, fuck you, Chris.
Yeah, dude. Rogan should sell the comedy mothership because it just started.
Yeah, quit focusing on that. It's silly.
Fucking stupid. By the way, that club, I finally got to like kind of watch a few things.
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to go. I want to go at some point.
I do too, but I hear the like it's already like 6 months.
Oh, really?
It's something stupid like that.
That'll die down at some point, though, I think.
I watched what I watched Kill Tony from there.
Yeah.
And Norton was on with Whitney Cummings and Bert Kreischer.
Oh, really?
And David Lucas goes up, the guy who we saw open for Schaub.
Mm-hmm.
And he does like a minute, but his thing on that show is he'll then kind of roast everyone that's up there.
Yeah.
And he says to Tony, he goes, you look like a substitute teacher when it's cold out. And the way he said it was very funny. Goes through the line, he's roasting everyone, gets to Norton. Norton goes, okay, you look like Lizzo dressed up as Suge Knight on Halloween.
He's very quick, that fucker.
It was one of the funniest fucking things. And you're like, you were waiting for that. You were hoping Patrice was around to use that years ago.
Is that the end of the Delia?
Nope.
Oh, Jesus, this cocksucker.
He's got about a minute left of cocksuckery.
No way.
A little over a minute. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Just get out.
Yeah, get out. First off, we'll go like this. Yes. And then this way, dude, I don't have to hear you say thick nectar anymore. Okay?
By the way, Brendan putting some hilarious branding on his product, calling it thick nectar. That's fun. I myself would like to slurp down some thick nectar.
I mean,
so
is the name great? No. Does it go with his thing? Yes.
Yes, it's branding.
Yes.
And Chris is shitting all over that. He doesn't understand how business works.
Yeah. Dude, you should make Cited Mike's gin or something. That's what Delia would suggest.
Right, exactly.
And that bothers me. So
yeah, laughing, having a good time.
You know what I mean?
I gotta see it on your fucking goddamn Instagram story.
He's laughing because inside he's like, I could.
Yeah, he's laughing as he imagines punching this cocksucker's teeth in.
I'll punch your teeth in while I scream about what atrocities you committed.
I mean, Brendan, good for you. You're a bigger man than me in multiple ways.
Thick nectar. And when you add sweet to it, that's when I get pissed. That's when it fucking the blood boils, bro. And my ears start bleeding, dude. Just say it's fucking whiskey.
Yeah, like listening to your Dane Cook ripoff act.
Oh my God.
We're talking about ears bleeding. Do another voice, Chris.
There's plenty of things that you could, I guess, make fun of Schaub for. Yeah. I don't see how this is one of them.
No, it's not.
Like, of all the things, he's making apparently a very delicious whiskey.
Yeah, and the pricing thing I can see being out of his control.
It's not
his. And he's done everything he could to lower the prices, and he did it.
Right. You're just mad your girlfriend can't legally drink it, says Boxy Dad.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good one.
And be done with it.
Be done with it so you don't have to see it anymore.
I'll still see it, dude. Because you're gonna do the thing where you sell it and you still keep like.
I have to be part of it.
You're like a
That's
fucking
a disaster.
You're a what do you call it? One of those fucking yeah, I still got some, I oversee. I'm a board member.
You have a board,
shit.
yes.
That's what you saying?
Equity is the term he's looking for.
Yeah,
But what a hunk of shit this guy is.
I know. Now
Go buy thick whiskey, folks.
Go buy.
It sounds yummy.
And we're gonna laugh and freeze frame. Nailed it.
I like that. That's our new segment transition.
That's our meme transition.
Why is Mike always laughing with his mouth wide open? Do we go to Ojeda or the Opster? I'd like to get to both before we sign off here.
Ojeda will be able to get through quicker, so let's go to Ojeda.
See, I say the reverse. I say
you
go to the Opster first. Because Ojeda will be able to get through quicker.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So while actually, it may have been the day we were at the State Theater in Portland, Maine. Craig messaged me in our thread, our whatever you want to call it, content thread, messaged me a video from one Anthony Cumia's Twitter, the man we talked about earlier.
Yep.
And I mentioned that Anthony's Twitter is a cesspool. Like, it's a strange place. But this was extremely innocent. The caption was something to the effect of, "Holy shit, look who just walked in to the restaurant that I'm at." No one was tagged. He didn't name anyone. He just sent a video of what looked like Greg Opie Hughes dining at a restaurant. And I assume when you sent it to me, you thought that, right, Craig?
Well, at that point, he had just posted it, and everyone was like, "Oh shit! I hope you guys talk."
Oh, yeah. No, this wasn't shitting on Craig. This thing had 8 million views. Every comment was like, "Oh my god, what did you say to him? Go up to him, you pussy!" But the video is just like, you don't see Anthony at all. The camera's just on this guy that I guess looks exactly like Opie.
And before you listen to this Opie rant, it was Anthony who filmed it.
Yeah, so it was Anthony that filmed it, but here's the other thing. It was Anthony who filmed it, and he purposely didn't say anything. Like, he didn't tag Opie. He didn't say, "Hey, my old partner is here," or anything like that. He just said, "Look who walked into the restaurant that I'm at." And the world drew the conclusion, like even people that have known Opie forever texted Anthony and were like, "So did you say anything to him?"
Right.
Like, everyone thought it was Opie. So that's a fun little
shows the power of the Opie and Anthony show, where Anthony is significantly more successful on his own by a lot. You go look at any video they post on YouTube, it gets like minimum 50,000 views. Like, it's
right. Whereas Opie's he's battling with us for numbers.
He is. He really is. Unless he goes nuts on Anthony. I'm sure this video has a ton. I don't.
Oh, well, I've got an interesting little game for you to play at the end of this, but
so it's just awesome that, like, okay, here's them in the same room and 8 million people lose their minds.
8 million people were like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
So it seems innocent enough, and that's why I was floored. I couldn't believe it. People have talked about this is like a week old, but I was just fascinated by it. This was Opie's reaction to that tweet.
He shows. I'm not going to show the video of that Anthony posted because he shows it in this, I believe.
Yeah.
I found it really fucking strange. We're not in a place where Anthony would post a video like that and have a little fun with it. I don't know what his ulterior motive was. It's just fucking weird.
Oh my god! I completely forgot. Did you see him address you?
Address me?
Someone super chatted. I think it was Visionless Dave. Super chatted him and was like, "Did you see that Blind Mike is talking shit about you?" And not only did Opie goes, "Oh, I didn't see what he said, blah, blah." So he acknowledged that you exist in a weird way.
How do we not have that video?
I do have it. I just completely fucking forgot.
Oh, get that. I had no idea this existed.
Let me hit play on this and look for a minute.
Funny.
I'll turn the volume down so you can talk over it if you have to. This is a long video anyways.
I found it really fucking strange. We're not in a place where Anthony would post a video like that and have a little fun with it. I don't know what his ulterior motive was.
What could it possibly be?
Weird. It's
I
obsessive.
don't know.
It's creepy. And if he was in the same restaurant as me, first of all, that's not me. I'm going to say it again.
Yeah, we know Opie.
Why wouldn't he talk as he's making the fucking video? Because most likely he wasn't even there, and he put that together through some video that
Okay,
maybe.
so here's where conspiracy Opie comes out.
It was just annoying because then everyone.
Here's where conspiracy Opie comes out, where he's like, if it was him filming, why wouldn't he have talked? But him talking would have ruined it.
Oh, for sure.
Because the whole bit was, I want everyone to assume this is Opie. Like, if Anthony goes, hey, it's Opie, that ruins the joke.
Right.
And then it's like, you told us it was Opie. Of course we thought that.
Do you want to hear the blind mic comments real quick?
Let's hear this.
It's one of the best podcasts I've did with him. And then Hurricane Dave. Oh, did you hear what that?
Hold on. That is visual space.
So there's a no Ojeda line in there too. I forgot.
Hurricane Dave says.
I forgot about the Ojeda word in here, which is fun.
It's one of the best podcasts I've did with him. And then Hurricane Dave. Oh, did you hear what that jackwagon blind Mike said? No.
Thank you, Visualist Dave. Excellent work. That's tremendous.
But this is the part I enjoyed. Is Opie says no, never heard of him, none of that crap. He just says no. A lot of people are talking about me right now. Who's this? I forget who this is with him, but it's funny.
Oh, did you hear what that jackwagon blind Mike said about you? No. There's a lot of people saying some really crappy things about me there, Jake Hudson.
Hey, when are you going to get memberships?
This fucking mouth breather. Oh, where you go get a membership, Opie? Just changing the subject for no reason. Oh, well, good work. That's very funny.
I completely forgot about that till just now.
Funny,
that was sent like the day you left, and I was like, "Oh, good!" And then I just completely.
Did you hear about this jack wagon?
Andrew Wilson. Craig proves that Mike will make a good show with anyone.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. That's very kind.
Yeah. Oof, Craig. I fucking remembered. Everyone calm down. Everyone's oofing me. I remembered.
Oof what?
They're oofing that I didn't play that earlier or have that ready.
Oh yeah, no one told me about it. Well, maybe someone sent it to me while
this happened like the day you left.
Yeah, it's possible I just missed it.
Was like just attacking me all weekend over that. Is like, and they're like, "Who's the chick?" Oh, like I'm doing something. Am I doing something?
Oh, so we're back to the original video. This is so there's a woman in the video, right?
Yeah, like he's out to dinner and they're like, "That's not his wife."
Yeah, but first of all, no one knows what his fucking wife. She's not a public figure. I mean, I'm sure some people know what she looks like, but the majority do not.
Right.
And there's no one, unless they're really being an asshole. There's no one that watched that video and their thought was, "Oh, Anthony's trying to say that Opie's cheating on his wife."
Yeah.
That's not the conclusion that anyone drew.
No.
This wild conspiracy. I just want to get to the point. We might not play the whole thing. I had you clip. I just want to get to the point where I truly can't believe Opie's rage at this situation.
Oh, yeah. And the funniest fucking thing is he's right now in this video dressed exactly like that video. It's the same beanie, everything.
Oh, fine. Does he have the same hat as me? Maybe.
Did he say cheers to the person he was with? Sure.
Hey, well, sure. He walked into the restaurant and said, "What's up, mother huckers?"
Did he walk in, grab the closest plate of food and stomp on it? Yeah, but it's me.
Brother man.
As I've been at the ocean for the last 10 fucking days with my wife and.
Hey, Opie, you have an alibi. What are you so mad about?
I don't know. Of all the things Anthony said about him, this is the one that sets him off the most.
I love the idea of like maybe Opie's wife sees that video and like looks at what day the video was taken, and she walks into the other room and is like, "Hey, are you cheating on me right now?"
I've been here for the last 72 hours. 50
Are you in a
minutes.
restaurant in Manhattan right now, Opie?
Kids. I don't need his garbage. I don't need his nonsense. And simply put, it's not me.
We know.
God, it's just leave me alone.
Okay, pause. I'd like you right now to go to Opie's YouTube channel, if you'd be so kind.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pull up Opie Radio on YouTube.
I already know exactly what you're going to have me do.
Go to the videos if you wouldn't mind.
Yep. You want me to read the titles by any chance?
Yeah, I mean, peruse. See if you can find... You don't have to read every title. That could be exhausting. Just see if you can find any that mention Anthony or Jim Norton or the old show.
Sure. Let me read here. Opie versus Adam Carolla. Okay. Patrice, no one asked you.
Okay. That's the old show.
Yep. Opie, do you pick Howard Stern or Anthony?
Okay, that's interesting.
What the fuck is the vegetables? Jake Hudson. There was a 3-week period. Where the fuck is it? Where here we go. Opie talks behind the scenes on Opie and Anthony's greatest April Fool's jokes.
All right, interesting.
Opie versus Anthony. Opie finally defends Anthony.
Okay.
By
the way, these are after he said leave me alone.
Right. Opie and Anthony 25 years ago, the greatest April Fool's prank.
Okay.
By the way, on April 1st, I messaged Mittman and I said, "Happy anniversary, sir. It's been 25 great years."
You should have just texted him and said the mayor passed away today.
I know. I thought of that after. I should have just been like, Michelle Wu's dead.
Be great if he got duped again, like he tweeted something out. Our great mayor.
Jim Norton's friendships based on what they can do for him.
Okay.
Anthony, E-Rock, Bobo, Stern, Dice.
This is literally like if I was jokingly making up titles of what Opie would be talking about right now.
Yeah. Opie and Anthony on the Jay Leno show.
Okay. By the way, that's just a video of Anthony talking.
Opie on Anthony. It's a shame because he's so damn talented.
I think we get the point now. Like,
did Joe Rogan rip off hissing cockroaches from Opie and Anthony?
Opie, enough.
Opie and Radio Gunk, F Anthony and the fake Opie video.
So
Opie and Radio Gunk, Anthony's firing.
So you can see here. There's a bit of a and say what you want about what Anthony's done with the last 9 years or whatever. He's carved out his own niche and he has an audience. Opie just talks about the old days. He gets on StreamYard or whatever the fuck he does every day. Instagram, I don't know where he live streams.
YouTube.
And he gets on every day and he fields questions about the old days. It's fucking nuts. And for that guy to be like, "Hey, move on. Stop being obsessed."
Yeah, I find them actually interesting, but I hate how much he hates talking about it.
I mean, he really hates it, Craig. And then he himself cuts him up, titles the videos.
There's nothing I can do. This was a super chat. I have to talk about it. And
they paid me $2. All right.
It was a super chat for 10 cents. I have to spend 20 minutes on this now.
That's the other crazy thing is like, what I think like, so it's the model that like, who are these socials is basically we go live. Hopefully people send us a few super chats. That's the only way we make money on that show. Me and Carl don't have a Patreon together. The formula is like super chat driven, I guess. It's not bad for me and Carl. If you've been in broadcasting since you were 18, you made millions of dollars on the Opie and Anthony show. Put it this way. Me and Carl shouldn't be doing that from the Hamptons.
No, no.
Hey, come on, David Chandler. Send us another $100.
I'm dying to get him with Mittman. I want to do it so bad.
It's weird what he's doing, but yeah. Let's hear a little more of the video.
We have to get to when he spazzes.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. You're garbage.
There we go.
You continue to be garbage.
Again, the video was of a guy that looks like Opie. He just said, "Hey, doesn't this look like the guy I'm most closely associated with? That's pretty crazy, huh?"
The guy I was with longer than my wife in total time.
Can you imagine? Someone sent me a picture a couple weeks ago of it might have been Tim and Canton. I can't remember. So it was on Twitter. Someone tagged me in a picture of some like bank robbery.
I saw that picture.
The guy looks just like me.
Yeah.
I think he's even wearing like a Yankees hat.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if I quote tweeted that?
Leave me alone.
Tim, you know what? Die, you piece of trash.
I wish that heart attack took.
You're worthless. People would be like, what are you doing? Why are you behaving like this? It's a psychotic way to interact with someone.
I was moving on with my life, doing another radio show, and then you felt like you had to go on your dumb thing and go in for a complete attack.
Well, this is now where I say the argument about the dishes really has nothing to do with the dishes.
The attack.
Now he's talking about old shit. It's like, Opie, focus on the video. You know, the video was a very innocent little thing.
It was a fun thing. If anything,
honestly,
it was an olive branch.
Honestly, it's kind of half an olive branch, but I would even say if Opie didn't ever mention it, that wouldn't be that crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? If Opie was like, "Oh yeah, that guy does look like me," whatever, and moved on.
Yeah.
No one would give a fuck.
Right. That's what led to the Bill Burr incident we talked about at the beginning when he was like, "Well, I couldn't be a pussy like when Opie wasn't at the restaurant, so I had to go."
Yeah, right. Right.
I'm saying it right now. Leave me alone. You don't talk about me.
Hold on. You don't talk about me. That's one part of the deal. I'm assuming the next thing he says is, "You don't talk about me. I'm going to talk about you a lot, and that's how we're going to live our lives." Is that what he says?
You don't talk about me. I'm going to dissect everything you've ever done between the years.
You don't talk about me. I'm going to use your name in the title of every video I post, and that's how it's going to be. Is that what he says?
And then I had to respond. I'm saying it right now. Leave me alone. You don't talk about me. I won't talk about you. And that'll be it. You enjoy your stupid life. I'll enjoy my stupid life. And that's how it should be.
I can't imagine. Has he commented on the Bill Burr situation yet?
I guess today. So it probably already happened.
Oh, very exciting.
Yeah.
I wonder what his thoughts are going to be.
I can't blame the guy. You know, Anthony's a stupid fucking racist piece of shit.
Yeah. You know what? I do think, here's the odd thing about Opie. I do think he'll have Anthony's back and say, like, you know, it's surprising those guys don't show a little more loyalty.
Imagine if that's what gets them back together.
Club Soda Kenny's disrespect.
Oh, whoops.
Here's the one thing, going back to earlier in the show when we were talking about that. The one thing where I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Club Soda Kenny, at least from the radio, who knows how accurate the radio depiction of him was. But my knowledge of him is he's essentially a robot.
A robot, yeah.
Yes, sir. You got it, boss.
Yes, Cumia.
So, like, if he's told to get Anthony the fuck out of there, he doesn't even see Anthony. He just sees a body he needs to remove.
But that was Anthony's problem.
Yeah.
That was exactly what his
Well, that's Anthony's like, I paid you for years. We were friends. Like, what the fuck?
He's still Norton's bodyguard, too.
Yeah. Well, that's where people were giving Norton shit and saying, like, Norton better address this.
I hope. Well, it was last Wednesday, or it was on Wednesday.
This past Wednesday.
So if he hasn't yet,
I don't know if they've had a show. I don't know if they were live this week.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah.
But because he kind of put that out there, like, oh, look who was in the restaurant with me.
Yeah.
fucking asshole.
That's the greatest. Fucking asshole.
if he was doing this to be funny, this would be hilarious.
Right. Well, that's the MO with all these guys. Stuttering John, all of them. Like, if it was a character, it would be brilliant.
Opie is one of the greatest radio hosts ever, and he's just got compared to Stuttering John.
Yeah. Like whoever you want to like I think the two best like sketch guys right now would be Shane Gillis and Ryan Long, probably.
Mm-hmm.
If either of them created a character this in depth with the nuance of psychosis that Opie has, it would be award winning. It would be unbelievable.
It's I told you guys a long time ago, he's just garbage.
All right.
No, it's not a joke.
That's pretty much right. It just gets more and more like that. But it's hilarious to be like, you don't talk about me. I won't talk about you except for like every day.
I thought there was a point where he starts screaming. Maybe it was a different video. He starts like screaming about him.
I thought the garbage was the most intense he got.
Well, Mike, can I ask you to please do finger guns and freeze? Awesome. Thank you. We nailed it.
All right. That should have been for the Baldwin.
I know. I was trying to be like, it's mixed up.
But yeah, Opie, he fucking, what was I going to say? God damn it, I lost my train of thought.
Hackride said Tim Robinson when talking about sketch show guys.
Oh, yeah, I'm not necessarily, I didn't get it, his show, but people love him. Everyone recommends it to me, so there's something I'm missing with him.
You better acknowledge him or else we're going to be in trouble.
He's the best.
He's king.
Yeah, no, he's number one.
You know who is number one?
Speaking of the king, by the way, his partner, Matt McCusker, will be at Laugh Boston tomorrow if you want to join us. I might have a ticket for someone if you reach out to me. Feel free to message me. But just remember, there's no financial gain to us. We benefit zero. It's just a thing if you want to come hang. Craig and the Very Good Show boys will be there.
Yep.
The Warthog will be there.
Yep.
Justin Trudell will be there.
Yep.
I believe the Be a Man guy will be there.
I believe he is. As of right now, we're getting food beforehand. So
wow, that's a power lunch.
Yeah, exactly.
Really just picking his brain.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's a great man. So yeah, a star-studded evening, and we'll enjoy some comedy if you want to come hang out. I don't know if it's sold out or not, but like I said, I may have a ticket or two if you reach out to me.
It's got to be close. I got to imagine.
Yeah, someone backed out last minute. They couldn't make it, so we had a spot open up.
Awesome. So we're gonna have to get to Mr. Ojeda right now.
Yeah, we gotta polish things off, nice and tidy with a little Ojeda. There's not a lot here. I didn't catch up on all Richie's material, but I just watched last night's live stream, and he had a couple moments that brought me back. You know, I was off in paradise for a week. And then, you know, you come back here, the weather's not as nice. You go through the doldrums. And then you think, hey, you see a video like this, you think, hey, it ain't so bad up here either.
A bad predicament. And that's an absolute fact. He has embarrassed our country. And you know what? I am at the point now, I don't care. I am just anytime anybody posts anything on my page from where I come from in West Virginia and they support your automatic unfollow. Don't care. Don't care if I ever speak to them again, period. Because I'm smart enough to take this shit personal. I'm smart enough to know.
Hold on. Richards, I'm smart enough to let this ruin my day.
I'm smart.
I'm smart enough to think Twitter is real and that I should get really worked up about it. I think that's how I titled it. I'm smart.
Not like everyone says,
like dumb.
Like dumb.
That's the greatest bit of acting, by the way. The way he says that. Not like everyone says, like dumb.
Yeah, he does it. It's kind of like the Luke, I am your father, because everyone's like, I'm smart, not like everybody says. You know?
I'm
not dumb like everybody says, but he does it. It's good. He does a great manic guy. I love it.
He does. Anyways.
Disaster to our country. I'm smart enough to know that he wants to be a dictator. And these dumbasses that don't understand what a dictatorship means are sitting here supporting him. Donald Trump's a man of God. No, he's
when
not.
He does that voice.
He's not a man of God. Trump will burn in hell. And if there is a hell, he will burn in it. And that's an absolute fact. This is also the case for District Attorney Alvin Bragg.
He just moves right on. And now to the next person that's going to burn in hell.
Oh, knee slapping and freeze. All right, nailed it.
All right, good. So he just moves on to the next fucking. Let's see who's gonna burn in hell today. You got those names for me, John?
Yeah, this next clip is what did you call this one? The golden rule.
Oh well, this is. I mean, you listen to him rant about how anyone who voted a certain way is scum, and he takes it really seriously and will write you out of his life. And then he mentions this little nugget, a pearl of wisdom he shares with us.
Because let me tell you something. I don't turn the other cheek. I don't. But I also don't hate people.
Hold on a second. Go back to the beginning. Just because you hear him there, have zero clue how he's going to make it to the end of that sentence. You hear him. There's not a fork in the road. It's a splits off into 9 different lanes, and he's like, which fucking route do I take here?
I wish he whispered to himself, improv's hard.
He starts that sentence not knowing where it goes, but I think it ends pretty beautifully.
Yes, it does.
Because let me tell you something. I don't turn the other cheek. I don't. But I also don't hate people.
Okay.
Because of how they pray, who they love, doesn't bother me at all. I don't care. You be good to me, and I'm going to be good to you.
Oh, that's nice.
You don't be good to me? Fuck you. That's how it is. That's how it is. You can go fuck yourself.
He's the guy. I missed him. That's why I had to get Ojeda clips in at the end here.
And freeze. Nailed it.
Just to say, he fucking listen. I don't care. You notice he was very careful not to say who you voted for. He's like, I don't care who you pray to, who you love, who you. Well, I just hung myself with that last rant. So when I said I hate everyone that voted a certain way. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
All right, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I had the me doing the Castiglione and Jerry.
Oh yeah, I just wanted. I gotta tell you, I don't think this was that bad.
It was definitely good enough. You knew what I was doing.
Play this. Well, how about this? I won't say what it is. This is just an interaction between Craig and Jerry that the Warthogs sent me, and I said send that to Craig just so we can play it on the program here.
Do you believe it? What's that?
So they're talking about the Red Sox, and Craig chimes in with a spot-on impersonation of broadcaster Joe Castiglione.
Mike, not only were we just talking about the Red Sox, we were talking about Castiglione.
Oh, were you really?
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy that he threw you under the bus like that.
Oh, all the time.
What? Let me play that again just because I want to hear his what? He's disgusted.
I have it on the drop board now.
Do you believe it? What's that?
Oh, he is so disgusted with you.
What?
What's that?
Oh, I made up for it today though. I told him I would do better selling sports bras than Dylan Mulvaney, and he thought that was the funniest thing he's ever heard.
Really?
Loved it.
Oh, good. That's fun.
Yeah, I said that, and I went, all
'Cause
right.
you are fat.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they need something to support.
That's good stuff. Well, there's a lot of hijinks over there on that program, but also check out Craig on Very Good Show.
Yeah.
Heard all of their conspiracy goings on the Patreon.
Yep. Monday on the Patreon, we'll be making our grinder, and then that will be the free episode, and then us swiping and talking to people will be the Patreon exclusive on Wednesday.
Stay tuned to all things shock jockery on Very Good Show. And I've given Craig an opportunity here. I want to see how close you are on getting this up and running.
Are we going to say what it is?
I tasked Craig. There will be a Patreon bonus episode.
Mm-hmm.
This is really for the longtime listeners of the show who remember an early stretch where we had like a 6-episode run where Craig somehow inserted Patton Oswalt murdering his wife into every episode.
I have done it since, but I've toned it down.
So I said, we'll do a bonus episode where you try to you present the argument that Patton Oswalt murdered his wife.
Yeah, I'm going to be making a PowerPoint presentation.
Okay.
So this episode is not like 4 minutes long.
Yeah, well, yeah, do what you can. It can be a short. It's on Patreon, so we can make it into a short, however you want to do it. But just present your case. So that'll be up on the Patreon.
I should bring in extra like defense attorneys.
Bring in Meredith Salinger and question her.
We're gonna bring we got to bring in my whole team to.
I'll tell you, that's your best route is the fact that he married Meredith Salinger, who's very, very wealthy. Like a year after the first wife died.
There was a potential affair. There was a whole lot going on.
Well, you'll hear that on the Patreon. Bunch of bonus episodes have gone up recently. Like I said to you earlier, I've been writing reviews for specials. There's a ton of let me know if those annoy you guys on the Patreon, because there's so many specials that are coming out right now that I could do one every day, but I don't want to clog people's timelines and all that shit.
Well, if they don't fucking like it,
I know. I try too hard to please these people.
What's the guilty? Craig convinced me already. that wasn't hard. I think you should definitely do them. I think they're awesome.
Yeah, I guess I just mean, should I do the main ones or should I do? Because I was gonna do like Kelsey Cook, Ryan Sickler.
Do all of them.
Yeah. So those are up there. The reviews and bonus episodes include.
Oh my god! What is to your right? I just noticed it.
Oh, is that in frame?
Yeah.
Don't say it because it'll be up. I think I'll have it up Tuesday. I hope.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Yeah.
I need that.
I think that hopefully you'll be able to see better what we're talking about on the next Quincy episode. And the bonus episodes that I was mentioning include Bill Burr's Philly rant that we just did, that kind of launched his career. Donald Glover's Weirdo, the one-off comedy special that he made. We've done Tucker Max. We had Carl on for that. We've done Joe Matarese, the Pelican Brief, the Pablo Francisco drinking game, Norm on The View, a bunch of weird bonus episodes of Why You Laughing we have up right now that are exclusive to Patreon. So if you want to check those out, feel free to do that on the Patreon. And the best place to find the Patreon is blindmike.net, where you can also get the free links to the show and support us that way if you'd rather do that. And like I said, go to verygoodshow.org. And this was a long one. So good to be back, guys. Thanks for taking me back in. You know, I appreciate it.
I'm guessing no, I don't know, big news from the trip?
Oh, no.
Okay.
We'll talk to you later.
And we have a mean transition.
Sappers clear the way.